This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat that far. We keeping a foot on the whoop, niggas. We keeping a foot on the whoop, niggas. Like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, and Siberian Tiger that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. This pressure does what? Heat versus pipes. If you guys have noticed something, you notice a pattern. He Knows Everything is the king of every dog, of every animal world. The dog world, the cat world, the fish world, the bird world, you name it. If it's an animal world, He Knows Everything is the king of it. Now let's talk about this, because we got to get into it. So, Siberian Tiger, dog. Tibetan Mastiff style. Let's get into it. LeBron Ramon James. This guy's a Lefraud. Basically, he's Leload Lemanaging. His Lbjridersmedia, LBJ Brigade, LBJ Apologists, LBJ Stands, they're not calling a spade a spade. They're not keeping it a buck. They're not keeping it real. And they're not keeping it 1,000. Notice He Knows Everything told you guys this stuff from day one. You have Mama's Boy, pure fucking Beta Supremes. You have all of these la cucarachas. Y yo no puedo caminar. La cucarachas. Y yo no puedo caminar. You got a bunch of scattering fucking cockroaches that now want to tell you that LeBron James, all of a sudden they get it, that he's being LaFraudulent. LeBron James is what he is, a LaFraud LaShames. Or let's contextualize it, LaFraud Shames, or however you want to say it, LaFraud James. Anything that has to do with being fraudulent, that is LeBron Ramon James. This guy is load managing. And NBA fans are not holding his feet to the damn La Fire. It's La Repulsive. It's what we would say a La Double Standards. It is basically not La keeping the same La damn La energy. Let He Knows Everything and let He Knows Everything say it well. So hear me fucking well. It's not basically La keeping the La same La damn La energy. And you know why they're not keeping that same energy, dog? Because in keeping the same energy, dog, they would be telling a La lie. That in actuality is basically a La truth. That LeBron Ramon James is Leload Lemanaging. You see, if any other player does this, NBA fans have a La fickle La way to La hold their La feet to the damn La Fire. But when it comes to LaFraud James, LaFraud Shames, LaFraud Lames, when it comes to this guy, they don't know how to hold his feet to the fire. They act like this guy right here is basically La Moon, La Walking. You would have thought he was La Michael, La Jackson. But in its most La cold-hearted, in its most La unadulterated, and in its most La cutthroat true teller fashion, it's La simple as La this. That LeBron James is Leload Lemanaging. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat true teller fashion. No. We gotta contextualize it. That's the La cold-hearted. That's the La adulterated. That's the cutthroat true teller fashion. But it's as simple as this, y'all. LeBron James gets to do what LeBron James wants to do. NBA fans don't hold his feet to the damn fire. But if it was Kevin Durant and he has an actual Achilles injury that, mind you, out of 4 players previous to him that had it, Isaiah Thomas, Dominique Wilkins, Kobe Bean Bryant, DeMarcus Cousins, 3 out of 4 of these motherfuckers didn't make it. Dominique Wilkins made it. He still ended up having a stellar career. But we know that basically you have a 25 percentile success rate with an Achilles heel injury. The data proves it. The previous players before us showcased this to us. But see, this is what people don't want to understand in this most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat fashion. That the rules don't apply for LeBron James. Because LeBron has goon reffing. LeBron has basically La bought and La paid for. He has the La payroll. He has everybody in the Lbjridersmedia. You see when people say LeBron Media or how they want to say this shit? What? LBJ Media, but it's Lbjridersmedia. And the reason why it's riders and you see a lot of he knows everything copycats and all of this other stuff is because it's as simple as this. They're riding the man's jockstrap. They're basically gargling the freaking balls. Like Kevin Durant said, this is not about basketball. This was always about gargling the freaking balls. You got fanboys, man. They don't want to tell you the cold-hearted, the unadulterated, and the cutthroat true teller fashion. And what is that? That LeBron James is load managing. Look at the guy. Does the guy look like someone that's injured? Or let's contextualize it, injured? Anthony Davis, they said, no. We got to contextualize it. Anthony Fake Fist, they said he was injured, but then he came back. Thought he had an Achilles, because when you have an Achilles injury, shit like what Kevin Durant, things that happen like that, it's going to happen to you. He was load managing too because he's injury prone. See, the rules don't apply for the fakers, man. The fakers get put by a different set of rules. The fakers get to be put by a different set of column on how they are governed their affairs. But we have to ask ourselves as NBA fans, why is this happening? It's because where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Remember when Biggie said it? He didn't ask a question. He made an emphatic statement. They know where Brooklyn is at is where Brooklyn is at. And they know Brooklyn's finest is in the damn building. And they know Brooklyn is coming to restore the natural order of basketball. Because Brooklyn Nets are the natural order of basketball restored, led by Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper inspiration, KD Trey 5, Mr. Do Me and I Chill. The guy that is here to restore the natural order of basketball. Easy money sniper, easy sniper money, however you want to say it. He's a 50, 40, 90 walking gazelle, over the top gamut player. Basically an Etherer, a Merker, and a Nate Palmer. This guy's coming to dominate like nobody's business. And we see what Kevin Durant's been able to do. He's working his way back in basketball shape. The fact that Giannis Antetokounmpo played lights out and Giannis Antetokounmpo dropped 49. Kevin Durant's not even clicking on all cylinders. And he had basically what we would say an effortless and efficient 40-2. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, Now imagine if Kevin Durant was clicking on all cylinders. Giannis Antetokounmpo would have got done the fuck up. He would have got laced the fuck up. He would have got lashed the fuck up. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat teller fashion. But look at the Brooklyn Nets' record and look at the Los Angeles Fakers' record. This shows you how the Brooklyn Nets are set up. That they're going to be what they're going to be. They were the first team, along with the Utah Jazz, to get a playoff berth. What about the Los Angeles Fakers? Where's their fucking playoff berth? Stop the presses and the brakes on analysis. Go sit down somewhere. What? Higgity fucking hush. Listen, y'all. The Fakers are resting LeBron James because LeBron James needs to basically be fresh, and we understand that. I fundamentally don't have a problem with load managing. My whole thing is la keep the la same la fucking la energy. When Kevin Durant does it, Kawhi Leonard and them do it, don't get on them about it. Because when LeBron does it, he fucking la exaggerates it. Who has missed more game than LeBron James at this point? Outside of Kevin Durant that has a legitimate injury. Let me Hulk Hogan that. No. Let me Hulk Hogan that again. Who has missed as many games as LeBron James? You're not going to find that shit. You know why you're not going to find it? Because when it's all said and done from a basketball perspective, LeBron Ramon James gets to do what LeBron Ramon James wants to fucking do. LeBron Ramon James gets to be a Lefraud artist. He gets to be basically Lefraud James. He gets to be basically Lefraud James. He basically gets to be fraudulent. He gets to load manage. And he gets to be indefinite. Because in basketball, when someone has a basically serious injury, there's a timetable. How come a timetable doesn't apply for LeBron? Lefraud, loves. You get caught up in that bullshit and fuck shit. Lefraud James. Because the rules don't apply for him. When you got goon reffing going on for you, when you got people in the NBA front office that's all about collusion, when you got NBA GMs, NBA teams that are basically on the payroll, when you got people in the Lbjridersmedia that are bought and paid for, when you have basketball players that have gone broke like the AIs of the world, that are gargling the freaking balls, that have basically lost their soul, so that they can basically say that Ramon James is the player that they think that he is. Gilbert Arenas, all of these guys gargling the freaking balls. It tells you of participation award era. Anything goes with them. Anything flies. Just participating is a award in of itself. There is no esprit of competition. L'esprit of competition doesn't exist, meaning the spirit of competition doesn't exist with them. You know why it doesn't? Because they're not about competitiveness. They're about participation. This is what LeBron James has brought to basketball, and this is why basketball has turned to the literal shit. That's the cool part. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat true tell of fashion. Where are the NBA fans? Where are the fakers? Where are the LBJ apologists? Where are the LBJ stands? Where's the LBJ brigade? Where's the Lbjridersmedia? Where are the freaking LeBron tards when it comes to the holding the feet of the damn fire and the candle of Lefraud James? They're not going to do that. You know why they're not going to do that? Because just like LeBron James, they like mediocrity. That's the cool part. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat tell of fashion. P.S. LeBron James could basically Leload Lemanage all he wants. This is going to backfire. Because when it's all said and done, it's about where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at, where Brooklyn at. Because when Biggie said it, he didn't ask a question. He made it a fucking emphatic statement. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.
Everyone smoke is free, but you can't smoke for free.